Hey everyone, Crisis here. I hope that after my Ultimate Venom video, you didn't think I'd be excluding his blood-red offspring from the spotlight, because today, Halloween comes early as we analyze the true power of Carnage, the insane symbiote offspring turned herald to a dark god. Before we get into that, however, I would appreciate those who enjoy Marvel Comics or power scaling to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really makes a huge difference in regards to getting the video seen, as well as encouraging the production of my videos. Thanks a lot and enjoy. As the title and thumbnail suggest, I will be focusing on Carnage's recent ascent to godhood, as shown in the 2019 Absolute Carnage comic event. Said event detailing Cletus Kasady's latest of resurrections, led by a cult worshipping the creator of the symbiotes, the primordial eldritch being known as Null. This cabal would merge Cletus's broken corpse with a sample of the Grendel, a symbiote dragon which had prior given Venom a pitched battle, in the hopes that Carnage could awaken Null from his prison among the symbiote homeworld. To do this, Carnage would target individuals who had at one time been merged with a symbiote, extracting the trace remnants of the alien species through the not-so-gentle removal of their spines, with every symbiote codex absorbed from these individuals granting Carnage more and more power. This quest would culminate in the Absolute Carnage event, where Cletus would rapidly enthrall multiple American cities, turning them into symbiote drones to hunt those who had once been infected themselves. In so many words, Carnage becomes a threat worthy of the Marvel Universe, proving more than a match for Spider-Man, Venom, and various members of the Avengers. And by the end of this event, Carnage wins. He's actually successful in his goal of awakening the Dark God of the Void. Now, with this terror-inducing quest detailed, it brings to question, just how powerful is Dark Carnage? Carnage has always been depicted as a truly terrifying adversary. In his first battles alone, he was a greater threat than that of Spider-Man and Venom combined, which is maintained in his appearances throughout Absolute Carnage, with Eddie Brock stating that he'd stand no match for Cletus even on his best day, as well as noting that he and Spider-Man are simply not strong enough to face Carnage. But showings like that are dwarfed by Dark Carnage's truly godlike power, with the Grendel symbiote, empowerment from Null, and the strengths of various superheroes via the absorption of their codices. Carnage reaches a new height of power on the level of the very creators of the Marvel multiverse. See, in Absolute Carnage number 4, Dark Carnage would go toe-to-toe with the Incredible Hulk, amped by the Venom symbiote, with Banner internally aligning with the symbiote despite his begrudging alternate personas. In their fight, the symbiote demigod was able to withstand strikes from the black and green Goliath, as well as floor the behemoth before piercing his brain with his tendrils, reverting him back to Banner, with Carnage then obtaining the Venom symbiote from Banner's defeated body, with Miles Morales having prior stated that with Hulk's codex, Carnage would prove unstoppable, with the recap summary in Absolute Carnage number 5 blatantly stating that Dark Carnage is simply too powerful for the Hulk to defeat. Now, just on the face of this, it is obviously an impressive display of power, but to give further weight to this feat, I've actually possessed the foremost Hulk scaler on the planet, the Chadwick, to break down just how strong Hulk is at the time of his defeat at the hands of Carnage.
What up, it's your boy, the Chadwick, and to be honest, I would have just done this anyway if he asked nicely, but I guess Crisis had to get me to do this against my will and explain the Hulk scaling. Anyway, so there's a statement in the Marvel Encyclopedia New Edition that Devil Hulk was angrier than ever when he was resurrected by the champion during the 2016 Avengers run. And obviously we know that the angrier he is, the stronger he gets. When he was resurrected by the champion, that's far after World War Hulk, so he'd be far stronger. And again, there's just his performance against the 2018 Avengers is better than merged sentries, and they were both extremely casual. There's also Thor during his fight with Devil Hulk states that Hulk is stronger than he previously was. Not only has Thor seen Green Scar in action when Hulk fought Scar, but he's also fought Green Scar while he was possessed by Null the Breaker of Worlds during Fear itself. There's a statement that he did have access to all of his power, rage, and all that, and that's from Hulk himself, that statement. And then World War Hulk beats full-powered, unstable Sentry. The statement of Savage Hulk being stronger than Devil Hulk comes from General Fontaine, who worked under General Ross for a long time. Nah, it's out of the way. I'm done here, right? You don't have to keep me around. I can go home.
And with Dark Carnage scaling above the Sentry, we can then upscale him above Reynolds' feat of one-shotting a symbiote-empowered Celestial. Celestials being life forms predating the current Marvel Universe, with these abstract entities surviving the cosmic explosion, birthing the current Marvel multiverse, placing Dark Carnage's attack potency to levels surpassing outright multiversal beings, putting Dark Carnage's threat level at truly cosmic proportions. Carnage at his peak would fall into the immeasurable levels of speed, essentially breaking the speed formula. Let me explain. For those who aren't familiar with the speed formula, it goes the distance with which an object has traveled divided by the time it takes for that object to travel. Now, where it gets interesting is when we look at feats with which Dark Carnage would scale to via his ability to combat the Incredible Hulk. Hulk has, on numerous occasions, done battle with the God of Thunder, sporting numerous wins as well as losses, showcasing the two's consistent relativity. Thor has as well done battle with the once Herald of Galactus, the Silver Surfer. Surfer, of course, draws his strength from the power cosmic, which has allowed him to travel backwards in time through his raw speed alone, meaning he actually crosses a certain distance in negative time. To put it simply, Thor scales to the Silver Surfer's time-surpassing speed. The Hulk can then combat Thor, even winning on occasion, with Carnage proving outright superior to a Venom-amped Hulk, meaning the rate with which Dark Carnage can attack would surpass any level of finite speed, immensely faster than sound, impossibly faster than light. He's simply off the charts. Now, I'm not saying that Carnage himself can travel through time via his speed, just that his ability to perceive and react scales to individuals who can travel through time through speed alone. Carnage has showcased a huge variety of powers over his decades of publication history. Powers such as weapon creation, technopathy, and regeneration, with Venom's own symbiote-granted healing factor stated to function at a molecular level, with Carnage's physical and mental healing abilities stated to be even superior. Carnage as well would lack a need for conventional sustenance, as the Venom symbiote provides Eddie with any necessary nourishment. In his Dark Carnage form, however, he showcases powers such as shapeshifting, being able to take on the form of Eddie Brock to the point where even the spectacular Spider-Man was fooled, various forms of infection and possession, either directly manipulating someone's brain or controlling them via his symbiote hive mind. With this power proving effective to even the mind of Wolverine in the events of Carnage USA. This is an especially scary thought, as Logan has been shown resisting the mental control of Emma Frost, one of the strongest telepaths on the planet, in the pages of All New X-Men 2013, number 10. Dark Carnage in particular has the power to physically control up to thousands of people via his symbiote spawns, with these innumerable thralls being able to overpower the likes of Spider-Man and Venom. It's worth noting that Carnage temporarily absorbed the powers of a Spirit of Vengeance, logically gaining the ability to project Hellfire, transmute and summon objects empowered by Hellfire, the Penance Stare, a power with the ability to cause whoever is struck by it to feel all of the pain they've personally caused 10 times over. He can grow his mass either through devouring things such as livestock or via absorbing other symbiotes. Carnage has as well showcased technopathy, being able to transmit his mental and physical form through computers? Oh, it was the 90s. Give him a break. Or wait, They did it again with Stark Tech in 2011. They were just nostalgic. Cut them some slack. Carnage can as well dampen the precognitive powers of the spider sense, as well as Venom's symbiote radar. And not to mention that, unless you can manage to completely destroy the Carnage symbiote, Cletus Kasady's consciousness will still survive, maintaining his incredible threat. Now, there's no need to worry, as we all know every symbiote sports a weakness to high-frequency sounds as well as extreme temperatures. So, as long as you've got a church nearby or a Bic lighter on hand, you're safe. Right? Or, wait, Carnage became empowered by the Book of the Damned, granting him a resistance to his classic weaknesses of sound and heat, to the point that not even the fires of hell could slow him down. Speaking of hell, Carnage even has immunity to Ghost Rider's penance stare, with Kasady only finding pleasure in being reminded of, in his words, his greatest hits. Okay, maybe there is need to worry. To summarize, Dark Carnage boasts multiversal levels of power, reaction speeds surpassing any numeric quantification, that being immeasurable, godly levels of mental manipulation, as well as various abilities and resistances that make Carnage, at his peak, a threat to nearly any hero or villain in the Marvel Comics cosmology. With all that said, if you found this video at all entertaining, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. You can as well support me through my Patreon. The link for that is on screen, in the description, as well as on my YouTube page. I gotta give a huge thanks to Chad and Jazz for helping me out with the Hulk and Sentry scaling. Links to Jazz's Twitter, as well as Chad's YouTube channel, will be in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.